Here we are, boys. Back with episode 94. Back with episode 94, come shorty boy. Here we are, guys. Here with episode 94, come shorty boy. Anyways, guys, hey, before we get into it, I have to reiterate this every stream. I have to reiterate this every time, guys. Every time we do one of these, I have to reiterate this. If at any point in the stream y'all hear me stuttering or tripping over my words, I've got a speech impediment. That's why I stutter, and that's why I trip over my words. Anyways, guys, let's get the promotional stuff out of the way, and then we can get into it. So, boxing stream eventually, guys. I know. The boxing stream, it is coming. I'll talk about all the greats. I'll talk about Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Joe Louis, Rocky Marciano, etc., etc. Also, guys, I'm still working on the White Knight. I'm still working on the White Knight, Ogre's 8, the Dragon King trilogy, and the broader world of Euphoria itself. And I'm still working on Gunblade. I'm still working on the Samurai and Gunslinger. So I'm still working on all that, guys. All that stuff is coming just in due time, I promise. Just give me time. Just give me a little bit of time, guys. Just give me a little bit of time, and every little thing is gonna be alright. Every little thing, it'll be alright. So, with that being said, guys, here we want to talk about. What do y'all want to talk about now? Here we want to talk about. Because we got a lot of stuff here to talk about. Also, guys, so if you don't know what the channel is about, then just go read the channel description. Also, I've got all my content, guys, I've got everything organized into proper playlist now. I have my gaming stuff organized into proper playlist. I've got my music stuff organized into proper playlist. So if you want to go check any of that stuff out, guys, feel free. Also, as I said before, if y'all want to know what the channel is about, then just to go read the channel description. Who do we talk about here on the channel, guys? Who do we talk about? Anime, manga, comic books, history, mythology, philosophy, old and ancient stories, etc., etc. Hello, my dear viewer. So, yeah, guys, we talk about everything here. We talk about everything. But the question is, what do we talk about, guys? Because honestly, I could go on forever. I've tried to talk. I've tried to talk about Wall-E and Inside Out and those films and all that, although I have failed miserably on both accounts, because I really don't write this stuff out, guys. I just turn on the camera and just start blabbing for an hour straight. Y'all get these from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Yes, I know I should script them, but I don't, because I feel that'd be inauthentic. I feel I'd just be reading off a script, and it'd be like I'm in a play. I don't know. Anyways, guys, so yeah. Yeah, guys. I'm a reader and writer. I'm a storyteller. Even though I've written a lot of good stuff, guys, I haven't published anything yet. Nothing I've written has been published, at least not yet. I have 2 stories coming out next year. I've got The White Knight coming out in May of next year, and Ogre's 8 coming out in October next year. Now, both of those stories, guys, The White Knight is 1 chapter, 20 pages, 4 to 6 panels per page. Ogre's Age is the exact same. One chapter, 20 pages, 4 to 6 panels per page. So there you go. There you go, guys. There you go. So, yeah. Also, guys, I've read a lot of good books, man. I've read a lot of good stuff. Like, I was never interested in school as a kid, right? I hated school as a kid. And up until 2017, I really didn't like learning all that much. But then my eldest brother went and infected me with a virus, but a good virus, a good virus. He infected me with a plague of knowledge, of which I am very, very happy he did, because I've been, ever since spring of 2017, guys, ever since spring of 2017, your boy's been learning and learning and learning and learning about everything. History, mythology, philosophy, psychology, ancient and old stories. I love books, guys. I love reading and writing. It's my favorite thing to do. Like, now, where did this love come from? Where did this love come from? Where did this love come from? Where did this love of reading in particular come from? Well, long and behold, in spring of 2017, my eldest brother introduces me to Thug Notes, a gangster that likes to read. If you don't know what I'm talking about, leave the stream right now and get on YouTube. Leave the stream right now, go to YouTube and look up Thug Notes and have a ball. And have a ball with that. Look up Thug Notes right now. Go on YouTube, leave the stream, look it up. It is phenomenal. So I was just scrolling through that playlist. I was just scrolling through that series one day. And lo and behold, hey, whatever I landed on, it would be the first book I ever get. I ever read willingly, guys. Because I've read stuff in the past. I know how to read, guys. Because of school. Although I hated it. I hated school so much. However, when I was just scrolling through that playlist and it landed on a particular book series that I believe hit me at the right age at the right time. And what is the video I landed on? What is the book I landed on? The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Katniss Everdeen and Peter Millark. This story, guys, The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Phenomenal story, beautiful trilogy, beautiful characters, beautiful story, awesome. I love The Hunger Games. This story hit me at the right age, at the right time, and in the right moments of my life. Do you ever have that moment that just clicks and you just fall in love? Like, that was me in The Hunger Games, guys. That was me in The Hunger Games. Then I went on to read. Then, after I completed The Hunger Games, guys, of which I completed that entire trilogy, I completed that entire trilogy in 27 days. Yes, I'm a super slow reader. I will admit that. I am a super slow reader. I don't know why. But I read the entire trilogy. I read The Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and Mockingjay in 27 days, guys. I got through the entire trilogy in 27 days. Then, after that, after I read The Hunger Games, I got 1984 by George Orwell, and I read that. I went from The Hunger Games to 1984. Now, George Orwell is a phenomenal writer. He's a phenomenal author. Truly a good book with Winston and Julia. Now, this book here, 1984, it is a good book. do not get me wrong. It's a good book. The writing's good. The story's good. Everything is good about this book. 1984 is a all-time classic in my opinion. However, it is not a it's a good book. It is not a comfortable book. I was not comfortable reading 1984. 1984 was a very, very uncomfortable book for me to read, guys. I did not like reading it. Although I realize it's a good book, I did not like reading it because Orwell covers a lot of good stuff. He covers a lot of political stuff, a lot of a lot of political drama. She does so well. You ever hear the term Orwellian and the term Big Brother? That the those sayings, those two sayings come from this book. If something is Orwellian, it's referring to George Orwell and his writings. If someone says Big Brother is watching us, then that is referring to 1984. This book, okay, to keep a long story short, this book was a eye-opening read for me personally. This book, it was so eye-opening and so good. And then after that, after I read The Hunger Games and after I read 1984, I went straight into The Hobbit. I went straight into The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. Now, let this now let me be clear, guys. Let me be clear. I've pretty much I've read everything J.R.R. Tolkien has ever written. I started here with The Hobbit. The Hobbit was a phenomenal book. Truly, truly a good book. There and Back Again by Bilbo Baggins. A phenomenal children's book. I think, and please correct me if I'm wrong on this, guys. Please correct me if I'm wrong about this. I think The Hobbit got an award for one of the best children's books in the 20th century. I could be wrong about that, although I personally believe it's one of the greatest children's books of all time. It is a simple story, and J.R.R. Tolkien is so good at writing. He went on to do the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the Fellowship of the Ring, the Two Towers, and the Return of the King. He did that trilogy so well. I love The Hobbit, I love The Lord of the Rings, and I especially love the Silmarillion. I've read pretty much everything Tolkien has ever written. I love the story of Arwen and Aragorn. I love the story of Beren and Luthien. I love Gandalf and the Thorin stuff and Dell and all this stuff is just very, very good. Tolkien is a genius. Tolkien is a pure genius when it comes to writing, and the world of Middle-earth is one of those worlds that I just love. The world of Middle-earth is so vast and so good, and Tom Bombadil in particular is one of my favorite characters of all time. Now, it is theorized, guys, this is not confirmed. It is theorized that Tom Bombadil is actually the god of the entire Tolkien world. Is the god of Middle-earth. Is basically Eru Iluvatar, of which Eru Iluvatar, I know I'm mispronouncing it, but Eru Iluvatar is basically the god of Middle-earth. He is the high supreme being above all. And then you got Melkor, and then you got Melkor, the exact opposite opposite of that, of which I cannot go into detail about the simmer. I hate my speech impediment. I hate it. I cannot go into detail about the Cimmerillion. I cannot go into detail about the Cimmerillion because it's too complex, guys. I'm just a simple, Southern farm boy. I am just a simple. I hate my speech impediment. I'm a, I'm a simple Southern farm boy. I cannot go too in depth. He would, he would, he did, he would sit with the simmer. I should just shut up, right, guys? I should just shut up. But I cannot go into too much detail with Silmarillion by Tolkien. I cannot go too much into detail about the I hate myself. I hate myself. You know what? I'm just gonna shut up. I'm just gonna shut up and reset. Because Jesus Christ, that was annoying. I'm pretty sure it was annoying for all of y'all. Bottom line being, I cannot go too much into detail about that book because it is just far, far, far too complex. If y'all want someone that can, or if y'all want someone that could possibly go into more detail about the world, I forgot his name. There's this YouTuber I like that covers a lot of Tolkien stuff and he goes super in depth. But anyways, guys, yeah. Bottom line is I love J.R.R. Tolkien. Tolkien is described as the father of modern fantasy, of which to be fair, he is. J.R.R. Tolkien is the father of modern fantasy. So yeah, Tolkien is just a great writer overall. As is Lewis though. As is C.S. Lewis. Now, C.S. Lewis and Tolkien, they were great friends. Tolkien and Lewis, J.R.R. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis, they were great friends. Of course, C.S. Lewis wrote Narnia. He wrote The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. That is also a very, very good series. I love that series dearly as well. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is such a good series. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Anyways, guys, I've gone on to read other stuff though. I've gone on to read stuff like Dracula, Frankenstein, a lot of Edgar Allan Poe stuff, a lot of H.P. Lovecraft stuff, a lot of the Grimm brothers fairy tales. Now, the Brothers Grimm, the Brothers Grimm or the Grimm Brothers fairy tale collection covers all the Disney classics that we all love. You see, because a lot of the fairy tales we all love, like Sleeping Beauty, and Beauty and the Beast, and Snow White, and all those stories, are much, 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 much darker than any of us could have imagined. If you want a good channel for that, if you want a good channel for the messed up stories of the Disney classics that we all have come to love, just look up Messed Up Origins on YouTube and just look up John Solo. That is JONSOLO. Look up John Solo if you want to have a good time and if you want your childhood ruined or in my opinion, enhanced by John Solo. because he covers this stuff and he does it so well. I love his stuff, dude. It is so well done. It's so good. It is just so great. It's so funny and it's so educational and it is so entertaining, dude. Like, I love it. I genuinely love it, guys. It is uber fascinating. It is uber fascinating to see, to basically just talk to you guys and just talk about the stuff I like. Like I said, I talk about anime, manga, comic books, history, mythology, philosophy, all this stuff, guys. All this stuff. Speaking of anime and manga, there's one particular story that I would like to talk about, although I don't have the time to talk about it because I would need a full hour in and of itself. I would need to dedicate a full stream to it. I would need to dedicate a full stream if I were to go into the details about this particular anime and this particular story. And the story I'm talking about is FMA, is Full Metal Alchemist. I would need a full hour to go into that because Full Metal Alchemist is one of my favorite stories. Is one of my favorite animes. Rather, is one of my favorite animes of all time. However, Dragon Ball Z is still my favorite anime of all time. Now, I love the Japanese way of storytelling, guys, of which I know, I'm sorry, the stream is very, very just babbly and nonsensical, and very, very random at points, of which I apologize for. But if I were to actually just start writing out my thoughts, it'd be a lot better. But I honestly don't know, guys. There was no plan. I just started it, and here we are 22 minutes later. Like, it's fascinating to me that a lot of time has gone by. I mean, like, I like talking about stuff, guys, like anime, manga, comic books, all that. I am basically an encyclopedia of Marvel and DC comics. Off the top of my head, I could give y'all great stories. Now, not on all of them. I cannot give y'all runs on every single hero and villain off the top of my head. But I can give y'all a few. Like with, let's see here. Let's see. Like with Daredevil, with Matt Murdock. Go read Chip Zdarsky, I think is his name. Go read that. No, better yet, don't read Chips. Do not read. Well, yes, go read Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil run, but also, hey, before you do that, go read Frank Miller. Go read Frank Miller's Daredevil run. His run on Matt Murdock is phenomenal. Truly, truly great. I love it to death. Also, go read Frank Miller's The Dark Knight. He returns. Go read Alan Moore's Killing Joke. Go read The White Knight. Go read Spider-Man No More. With art by John Romita. By the way, rest in peace, John Romita Sr. He's one of my favorite artists on Spider-Man. Spider-Man No More is one of, if not my favorite Spider-Man story of all time. Also, the Death of Gwen Stacy is obviously a phenomenal story. It's just so well done, and Goblin kills her. He throws her off a bridge. The insane Norman Osborn, per normal. Like, the Green Goblin is just so messed up, so twisted. And I saw a video I saw a video either a few months ago or a few years ago. I can't remember. I saw a video on what if Batman and Spider-Man swapped villains. It'd be a cakewalk in Batman's case. It would be a cakewalk. If Batman had to deal with Spidey's villains, if Bruce had to deal with Peter, if Bruce had to deal with Pete's villains, it would be a cakewalk. Batman would easily stop Venom, Sandman, Vulture, Goblin, etc., etc. Batman would destroy Spider-Man's rogues gallery. His villains, Batman would kill them. All of them. They wouldn't stand a chance. But Pete, on the other hand, handling Bruce's, that is a different story, and I cannot go into detail, and nor do I want to. But there is a video out there that covers all that in a lot more detail here than I ever could. So feel free to look that up if you want. Also, guys, there's a certain individual, there's a certain horror character I want to talk about, but I cannot do it yet. Cannot do it yet. Oh, hello, my dear viewer. I didn't even know you were here. I did not even know that you were here, my dear viewer. I did not even know that you were here. Yo, what's up, buddy? How you been? But let me check out the chat. Let me check out chat right quick, guys. No, I have not. I have not seen the Invincible Season 3 trailer. I'll have to check it out, though. I I will have to check it out because Invincible, low key, is one of my favorite comic books of all time. It's one of my favorite superhero shows of all time. It's my favorite. It's not my favorite. It's one of my favorite superhero shows of all time. It's one of my favorite comic books of all time. Side note, guys, how did he manage to do it? How did he do it? How did Rob Kurtman manage to make not one, hey, but two? How did Rob Kurtman do it? How did he make $2 million franchises? Now, I'm not sure if The Walking Dead and Invincible are $1 million franchises or not. I'm just saying it's impressive that he's had not one, but two comics be extremely successful and turned them into successful TV shows. The Walking Dead and Invincible. Rob, you are a genius if you can do that. I mean, that is truly, truly great. That is great stuff. Like, I love the Walking Dead comics. I need to get them. I need to buy them. Actually, I think I may already have them, guys. I think in a prior stream I said I have them. Although I'd have to double check that. Honestly, I'm not for sure. Guys. But yeah, man. Robert Kurtman, you are a mad lad because Invincible and or The Walking Dead and Invincible are phenomenal. Truly, truly great. I mean, like, as far as comics go, those two are definitely top tier. Those two are definitely top tier in my opinion. I mean, truly, truly top tier. And it's oh so good, guys. It's very good. Like I genuinely love comic books, and I love talking about this stuff and all that. It's just very interesting and all that. So yeah, guys. I mean, just reading a lot of stuff right now and writing a lot of stuff as well. Also, guys, before any of y'all bring it up in chat, yes, y'all will get artwork. Yes, y'all will get artwork of the Samurai and Gunslinger. Hey, before anyone brings it up in chat, concept art of both the Samurai and Gunslinger will be coming at the end of the year, probably Christmas or New Year's. I need to get on that though. I need to get on that ASAP because I've got the final, well not final, but I've got the ideas in my head. I got the ideas in my head of what I want it to look like. But yeah, we'll see how everything goes, guys. We will see how everything goes. But yeah, man, all this stuff is just very entertaining and just very interesting too. Cause like it's just, oh, it's so fascinating, dude. Like seeing how the comic industry has evolved and all that. I mean, that's just interesting, right? Like Marvel and DC, I'd say are practically in the toilet. Do not get me wrong, guys. Do not get me wrong. I've loved these two companies all my life. I've loved Marvel and I've loved DC. However, as the comics go, I don't think they've been producing good material as of late, especially on DC's part. Because to me, it seems like DC, the only book they can still sell, without people hating it, is Batman. Now, I could be wrong about that, guys, and I probably am. But yeah, man, it's just very disappointing to me. It's it's very I it's very disappointing, right? It's very disappointing to see both of these companies I've loved all my life just fall and fall so badly, right? Like, this is sad. This is tragic. And the indie market really isn't that better, guys. The indie market, as far as comics go, is not looking that great. Even though, yes, there are some outliers here with Eric Kitchellai's Ripperverse and Dark Horse and Image and a few comics here and there that have done great. Like, all this stuff is just very interesting and all that. I'm cautiously optimistic, right? I'm cautiously optimistic about the future of comic books, particularly Japanese comic books, and particularly manga, of which I ask the question again, guys. I ask the question again. Is it manga if it is not made in Japan? I say yes, because of Tony Valente's Radiant, of which is a French manga, and because of Saturday AM, of which is a manga publishing company out here in the West, out here in America. They have series like Apple Black, Hammer, Clock Striker, Oblivion Rouge, etc., etc. Also, there's a much, much, much smaller company on the rise called On Solo Go, and they've got and the and they've got great potential as well. They have great potential as well. I'm very, very curious to see where that company in particular. I'm very, very curious to see where On Solo goes. I'm very, very curious to see where On Solo goes as well. Because this company seems to be promising, right? This potential manga publisher in the West, that they could possibly rival Saturday AM, is very, very interesting and very, very engaging. It's just fascinating. I am overall skeptical but hopeful for this industry, for the comic book medium in general, because I do think it can be great. I do think it should be great, because I think comic books and manga is one of the best ways to tell a story. Granted, I still think ultimately the best and superior way to tell and convey a story is through traditional writing, is through a traditional books like The Hunger Games, Hobbit, 1984, Ender's Game, and Fight Club, etc., etc. Basically, I believe the best way to tell a story is through a traditional book, is through a traditional novel. But people don't read anymore. People do not read anymore, it seems, and that is very, very sad to me. That's very, very sad, that people don't read anymore, and I understand why, guys. I understand why people don't read as much anymore. Because of movies, TV, video games, etc., etc. I understand there's different forms of entertainment that are always competing for our attention. This is why I think WALL-E is such a brilliant film. But I'll get to WALL-E in a later stream, or possibly not at all, because I'm pretty sure y'all are tired. Pretty sure y'all are tired of me talking about WALL-E, because WALL-E is such a profound film, and I could truly just talk about that film for hours and hours and hours on end. But do y'all really want that? No, y'all don't. So I'm gonna just leave that there for now. I'm just gonna leave that there for now. But yeah, guys, I mean, this stuff I just find interesting, right? Like Neil Gaiman's Sandman. Neil Gaiman's Sandman comics are phenomenal. I love Morpheus. I love the whole Endless family, right? I love the 7 Endless. I love Death. She's a phenomenal character. She is written extremely well. And surprisingly, she's the only one that cares about life, which is fascinating, right? Because Nell writes his characters so brilliantly, and the art is also very, very great. I have the entire collection. I have the entire Sandman collection right there on my shelf. It is truly, truly a phenomenal, guys. I truly love Sandman. Like, like the sound of her wings is one of the greatest stories in those comic books, in my opinion, in that comic run. Sandman is a truly, truly grand story. I love it to death. Like, Neil Gaiman is such a just a I wouldn't but yeah, I'll go ahead and say it, a profound writer as far as in the comic book space and in the novel space as well, because of American Gods. Like American Gods, he was just a fascinating and phenomenal read. It was truly a fascinating work. Now, I cannot. Now there's also all this other stuff going through my head as well. Like I genuinely love reading, guys. I genuinely love it. And one of my favorite book series of all time, one of my favorite books of all time, is Terry Pratchett's Discworld. Terry Pratchett's Discworld series was so good. I haven't finished it. I haven't finished it, guys. I have not finished reading Terry Pratchett's Discworld series. In fact, I have a lot. I have a lot of that series to catch up on. But it is getting closer to the holidays. It is getting closer to my birthday and to Christmas. And because I'll be 22 this year, I'll be 22 this month. At some point this month, I'll turn 22. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there, guys. But what I do want to talk about is a book in Terry Pratchett's Discworld series, if you don't mind. I would like to talk about the Hogfather, Terry Pratchett's Hogfather, and his Christmas in a way. So there's this holiday, right? There's this holiday in the Discworld series called Hogswatch. And the Hogfather brings gifts to all the kids, and he's basically Santa, except he's hog-like, he's pig-like, I think. I could be wrong about that. It's been a while, it's been a long time since I've read Hogfather and the Discworld series in general. I need to catch up on that. So yeah. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Terry Pratchett and the Discworld books. But more precisely, I'm talking about Hogfather. I can basically sum it up like this. Death saves Christmas. Of which I love it. I bloody freaking love it. It is phenomenal. Terry Pratchett is such a good writer. Rest in peace. He is such a good writer, guys. It is such a shame that we lost him back in 2015. I'm still upset about that because the Discworld series is phenomenal. Granted, like I said, it's been a while since I've read those books, and I need to reread them, and I need to reread them, particularly The Hogfather, because it is a phenomenal book, and I got it, I believe, either 2 years ago or last year, for my birthday, and I read it. It is so good. Death Saves Christmas. I love this book. I love The Hogfather. It is a phenomenal book. As is the film, guys. As is the film, because they made a film adaptation of the book in 2006. And the book series is the book series is obviously good. Hey, but the DVD or the movie rather The movie is also very, very good. If you haven't if you haven't read it yet, go read The Hogfather by Terry Pratchett. If you haven't watched it yet, go watch The Hogfather. It is a phenomenal movie. It's an even better book. Please, I implore you, go read Hogfather. It is great. In fact, go read the entire Discworld series in general. It is great stuff. Truly, truly great. And there's just so much stuff here to go into, guys. Here with the Discworld series and novels and all that. There's just so much here to go into. But like I said, I'd have to dedicate certain streams. I'd have to dedicate certain streams to these topics, guys, of which I will do in time. Guys. I've just got a lot on my mind. I've got a lot of information in my brain I want to get out to you guys, and I'm not sure how to do it all. At times. At times, it is overwhelming, but it's okay. It'll be alright. But yeah, guys, I love The Hogfather. It's one of my favorite stories of all time. Death saving Christmas. Isn't that a bit goofy? But that's an awesome story, and I love it. Why am I thinking about the Joker and Heath Ledger's performance? I guess we can talk about The Dark Knight now, because I've got The Dark Knight on the brain. And why so serious? But yeah, guys, it's just all the stuff I'm talking about is very, very scatterbrained, very, very unorganized, very, very just random and sporadic, and I get that. But hopefully y'all enjoy anyways. I am so thankful to you guys, actually. I am so thankful to you guys. Hey, that I've got 300 of y'all. I've got 300 of y'all to subscribe to me. I am so thankful, guys. If from the bottom of my heart, I am thankful, guys. I love you guys so much. Anyways, guys, can we talk about The Dark Knight and Heath Ledger's performance? Because it is so well done. His little magic trick hit with the pencil. You want to see a magic trick? I'm gonna make this pencil. I'm gonna make this pencil. I hate myself. You want to see a magic trick? I'm gonna make this pencil. I'm going to make this. I don't even know. Speech impediment sucks. It is horrible. It is bloody horrible. Also, guys. Sorry about the noise in the background. That's okay. But yeah, guys. So, you want to see a magic trick? I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. Ta-da! It's gone. It is phenomenal. It is phenomenal stuff. Truly, truly, truly great stuff. Here's my card. I love Fletcher's performance, and his laugh is so iconic. That interrogation scene, guys. That interrogation scene to where Bruce or to where Batman and Joker are just talking, and Joker actually has the upper hand with Batman. Does it trouble you, Commissioner, to know? It's just, I love Ledger. His performance is so good, and it's so terrifying, right? Ledger, Heath Ledger made the Joker absolutely horrifying. Absolutely just scary in my opinion. I mean, the scene to where Batman gets angry and he has Joker up against the wall and he's screaming, "Where are they? Where are they?" And he just punches Joker and he just punches him again and harder each time. Each punch is harder and harder, and Joker just laughs. Ledger laughs, and it is terrifying. That it's just is so insane. It's just mental. It's mental. It's beautiful. It is insanity, and I love it. Heath Ledger made the Joker truly terrifying. Now there's only one true king of the Joker though, and that is obviously Mark Hamill. But I'll get into that a bit. I'll get into that in a minute. Because BTA, Batman the Animated Series, is also very good. It's also very phenomenal. I've got that on my shelf as well. Now, Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill will forever and always be Batman and Joker. I mean, it's just common sense, guys. Come on. It's just common sense that it's just common sense that Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill are the Batman and Joker. Like it's phenomenal, guys. We all grew up here with that series, and it is so great. Like Mark Hamill's Joker laugh is phenomenal. And originally, he never wanted the role of the Joker, for two reasons. One, he's Luke Skywalker, and he was afraid of the backlash of Luke. He was afraid of the if for one, he was Luke Skywalker, and he was afraid of the backlash. If Luke Skywalker playing a, he was afraid of the backlash from or for he okay. Mark Hamill, he didn't want the role for two reasons. One, he didn't want the backlash that came with Luke Skywalker playing the insane clown Prince of Crime. And two, he was scared, right? He was scared. How am I going to follow the great Jack Nicholson, of which when you think of Batman and Joker, you think of Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill. Who is the first voice you imagine as Batman and Joker when you're reading a comic book? It's, to me, and for me and a lot of other people, it is Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill. Like, it's just fascinating, guys. It is truly, truly fascinating. Like, I find all this stuff interesting, and I'm sorry, guys. I know I keep apologizing, but I truly am. I truly am sorry that these streams are incoherent, they are rambly, they are insufferable, and they're insufferable because of me. I am a unintelligent southern. I am a unintelligent. I am a unintelligent southern. You see what I mean, guys? You see what I mean? I am a unintelligent southern doofus. But that's alright. That's alright. But yeah, guys, I mean, I love talking about this stuff, and I'm going to continue to talk about this stuff because at some points, honestly, guys, at some points, I feel like Courage the Cowardly Dog or Porky Pig. Now, Courage babbles nonsensically to try and save Eustace and Muriel from all the insane stuff that happens in nowhere. And of course, as we know, Porky is very, very literate. Porky actually has quite the vocabulary, guys. He's quite articulate with his language and words. He just has a severe stuttering issue. He's got a severe stutter, like myself. I have a severe stuttering issue, which is very, very annoying, of which I'm surprised. I love you guys so much. I mean, y'all watch my dumb at, and it's just, how do y'all do it? How do y'all do it? How do y'all sit there here for an hour straight listening to my dumb talk? It's just, it's it's immaculate. But yeah, guys, I'll get better at this. I'm 94 episodes in. I've done 93 of these, guys. I've done 93 of these. You would think after 93 episodes I would get better at this, but clearly not. It's okay, though. It's okay. Because we'll get through it. I mean, we only have 3 minutes left anyway. So, yeah. We only have 3 minutes left anyways. Yeah, but also, guys, if you're curious about any of the music stuff, or if I'm going to be posting new music on the channel, yes, I posted my final 2 songs. I posted my final 2 songs. At least for this year, I posted the final 2 songs on December 1st, and y'all will get more music next year on January 2nd. On January 2nd, I will release a new song. Note, guys, please note, I do not perform the songs. I do not perform them, I just write them. I just write the songs, I do not perform them. I do not perform the songs, I just write them. I'm just a writer, guys. That's it. I'm just a writer. That's all I am, guys. That is all I am. But yeah, guys, you will get more music next year. So yeah, guys. Yeah, we're approaching the end of the stream, but that's all right. And this one flew by, not as fast as last night's though. Not as fast as last night's, but this one still flew by pretty quickly, and I am happy about that. I am happy about that. But yeah, guys, I love reading and writing and storytelling and watching stuff and studying stuff and analyzing stuff. And because I've studied Greek mythology for 6 years, I've studied Norse for 2. So yeah, guys, all that stuff is very, very fun. I mean, Norse mythology is very, very interesting, especially the stories of Thor and Loki. Like, I love those stories. I don't know much. I need to get the prose and poetic eddas and read them. But I clearly know more about Greek mythology anyways, having studied it longer, having studied it for 6 years, like one of my favorite stories of Greek mythology is Eros and Psyche. Of which, if y'all want a good channel, for Greek mythology and all that, if y'all want to know, if y'all want a good channel on mythology in general, I would highly recommend Overly Sarcastic Productions. I would highly recommend OSP or Overly Sarcastic Productions, of which that channel does great, brilliant work on mythology in general. And guys, I do know the stories a little bit at least. I know a lot. I would say I know over half of the stories in Greek mythology. I know a little bit about Norse. I've studied Norse mythology for 2 years. I've studied Greek for 6. So I know a lot of stories in Greek myth. Anyways, guys, here we have hit the hour mark. Here we have hit that hour mark. And with that, guys, so here we have hit the hour mark. So you know what to do. Like, share, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications. Turn on all post notifications so that we never miss a video and you'll be notified whenever I upload. And with that, guys, I am Audi. I love you guys and thank you guys.